And good evening and welcome to this Varsity Boys Basketball presentation of the Bella Vista Broncos visiting team against the home team Roseville Tigers. Roseville coming into this game 3-1 in league, 3-1. Well, we don't really like that, 3-1, all that, that's not good. We know what happens with that, but they're 3-1 anyway, it's good for them. Bella Vista comes in, you can flip that, 1-3. Let's take a look at a couple of the highlights from the last home game, and we're going to take a look at those highlights right now, Sam. In this game, Sean Granucci was big, hitting a lot of three-pointers, and we know that Tommy Edwards has stepped up on the road as Roseville's played their last, it would be 3 or 4 matchups there, 3 matchups there, and you know they've gone 2-1 in those affairs.
Yeah, and Edwards really stepped up in the last game against Whitney, getting a huge win for Roseville. We've really not seen Edwards play that well, and it was good to see. And Granucci kept up his consistent play on the offensive end and just kept hitting shots like that. Schwap.
Yeah, Del Rosario, all these players have really stepped up. They beat Whitney last game, 71-57. They had not beaten Whitney in CVC league play in terms of basketball all of these years that they've been in the CVC, third year now. And they also ended that streak with Del Campo, which is, you know, the game you're seeing right now, some of the highlights from that game. And we're back live on Josh Carson alongside Sam Toomey for Eye of the Tiger Sports Network EOTSN live presentation here tonight. 3-1 Tigers, 1-3 Broncos. And we're going to get started soon. We're going to have the national anthem. So Sam, this Bella Vista team comes in 3-12 overall, and you know they another one of those teams that have lost a lot of players. We'll talk about that more after this national anthem. Well, that happens before every game, only so fitting for a day in which we saw a new president come into office. And so, okay, we come in tonight, 3-12 Bella Vista Broncos. They're being announced right now. If you look at the roster, tallest player on this roster is 6'6". So they still have Matt Lambden. I remember calling his name a couple of years. But they did lose some of their main players to graduation and some to transfer. They had Elijah Gallegos, their point guard, if you remember the really short guy. He's now transferred, and you know that's a big loss for them, along with some of their big guys who are some of their top scorers. And you've seen it had some effect on this team, a team that really gave Roseville trouble.
Yeah, last season there was a good Bella Vista Broncos team out in league. I think they placed 4th in league last season, but a good sign for them is Matt Lambden. He's a key contributor last season in his junior campaign, and now he's just continuing that into his senior campaign. That's someone that Roseville definitely has to look to stop in this game.
So Jason Russell has been inserted back into the starting lineup since the last game that you saw here on Eye of the Tiger Sports Network. And just, you know, talking to some of the players about their win over Whitney, I mean, it was such a big, I guess, emotional boost for them, knowing that they could beat a team like that, a team that came in probably thinking they would easily handle Roseville again, but wide open league, we've mentioned so many times this year. Hopefully we don't have to say that over and over again, because it sounds like we're getting repetitive, but it really is true. I mean, you could call it wide open or not close. I don't care what you call it. But, I mean, Roseville has the best chance they've had any of these years, even with the injuries to some of their key players, such as Cam Anderson, Jace Georgie, who's played somewhat of a big role for them. Look to see him step up more next year. But yeah, you see this team with the best chance to finish first or second in league and make playoffs. That's exactly what they're going to have to do. They've been doing pretty well this season so far.
And let's see if they continue their momentum and success that they accumulated on the road into a good home win in league, which is always good to stake your claim to winning first place in league.
8 seniors to 7 juniors for the Broncos. Pretty even spread. Julian McFarland lays it in. And easy basket off the opening tip. Unfortunate there for Roseville in terms of the bounce. Russell up top. Inside, Edwards on the post. And that one is short. He was working against Lambden. And Lambden will bring the ball up. You see the versatility already. Foul on Mancha. And he fouled Valenzuela. And you see the, like I said, the versatility out of this team, having the big guy take it up. Anybody can handle the ball, obviously.
Yeah, and he's, Lambden is definitely their, the leader of this team. He dribbled the ball up right there, and he took the ball in the inbound, and they give it right to him in the post. That's what this Bronco team wants to do, and they'll live and die with Lambden taking shots as he get an easy layup in transition.
Yeah, Lambden and Edwards traded air balls there, but then he decided to lay it in off the easy pass from McFarland. So a score and assist for him. Turnover for Roseville there. Granucci 3 now. Hustle Russell on the board outside. Edwards is 3. That's the work on the glass you want to see inside right there.
And that was 2 offensive rebounds on that one possession right there for Nate Richardson. That's a good sign for Roseville.
And Sam, I just got to mention, we played freshman at JV. I think we played against nearly every single one of these seniors for Bella Vista. I remember this guy right here, Valenzuela. He can hit those threes out there. You got to be able to stay on him, stay close to him. But yeah, we know how they play. And I think it was because, just the physical human growth. Some of them were shorter back then, and they were able to handle the ball more, and you see that transferring over to the varsity level. It is good for big guys to have experience handling the ball, because I can give you an example even from the NBA. Anthony Davis used to play point guard back in the day, and you see the skills that he's taken to the big spot. So, that is good, especially in the high school game, to be able to really play. You're playing a certain position, but be able to do multiple things at that position.
And not only do they know they have a lot of skill in playing whichever position, but this group has played a lot of games together. They've stayed. None of them moved up to JV or varsity level. They stayed as freshmen, played it together in JV. So this team knows each other very well, which is pretty important to playing well in the season.
Number 30, Fernando Reyna, checked into the game there for Bella Vista. He's another one of those familiar faces out there. Lambden steps back, pulls it, but short. Yeah, I think it is a good strategy when you keep your classes together. Obviously, Roseville didn't do that. And they're hoping to see it pan out this year, that they went the experience route. Well, if we can get these guys years of experience, a lot of these seniors on this Roseville team with 3, this is their 3rd year, right, of experience on varsity. So that's the route they went. Bella Vista, obviously, the other way.
But even if you look at it, you see Jason Russell, 3 years experience on varsity, Tommy Edwards, 3 years on varsity, and Zach Mancha just on the floor together, and they've all played with each other for even going back until middle school.
Yeah, that's true. Three-pointer. That one grazed the glass. And here we go with Edwards. Hits Russell, who pops a 3. Would have been crazy if it would have went in. That is a sight you don't often see there. From Jason Russell pulling up for 3 on the break.
Offensive foul, 22 standing.
5:30 remaining, 7-5 Broncos. Early advantage. Granucci on the kick up. Works against McFarland. Edwards, he drives in floater. Didn't make it all the way to the cup and put up the floater and missed. Ball knocked out of bounds to Roseville.
And I think the Bella Vista coach right there yelling at Lambden, the biggest, tallest guy on the floor, yelling at him, get in there for those defensive rebounds. It's in this early going for Bella Vista, they've definitely been out-rebounded on the offensive side of the glass.
Yeah, that's true, and that's big for Roseville. Second chance points could kill a team. Mancha, backdoor cut.
And an offensive rebound. And second chance points have been huge early in this game. We saw it for Bella Vista working, not quite as second chance points, but off of a quick turnover in Roseville's transition, working toward an easy layup, and Roseville's definitely gotten second chance points.
Reyna right there pulled a Ginobili and went traveling, and so we'll go the other way.
More like the Russell Westbrook after.
Oh, yes, yeah, that's the new example right there. A lot of men running through down there on the baseline, and Edwards circles up top for a three, no good. And Valenzuela draws the blocking call on Granucci. He'll go to, actually they're gonna inbound it. Call it on the floor. They don't give many continuation plays here in high school. Looks like Harms up top. Granucci could have provided more pressure on him. Looks like he didn't want it. Three-pointer right there by Lambden. Edwards drives against him. Baseline, tries to take him strong and puts it up and in. That's a nice move right there. Skilled move against the big.
And this is a good matchup that we're seeing early on. Lambden and Edwards, two pretty critical players for each team, guarding each other on each end. Both of them kind of primary options for each team.
Lambden 6'6", Edwards 6'4". Real even matchup. Good defense there on the help side by Russell. Here comes Granucci. Looks for a seam, kicks it back out to Edwards, who calmly pops a three and drills it all net.
And you like to see Tommy Edwards shoot it with confidence right there. We haven't seen him shoot it like that in, quite frankly, at all this season.
Yeah.
But after the good game he had against Whitney, he's got a lot of confidence, and he's showing it right there, taking it in transition.
And we just got to say we have not gone to the games on the road, so we don't know if anything's changed. But since we've all seen him, right? For those of you who tune into the broadcast, we thank you. Yeah, we haven't really seen him play with this much comfort yet this season. And comfort in a good way, you know.
And confidence is everything for a guy that relies on a nice shooting stroke as Sean Granucci takes a three.
They're giving it to 6'6" up top to work with the ball. Definitely a different type of offense. Just pull a three and barely rims in and out, and Mancha comes down the other way.
You know, I said it's good to have confidence, but maybe too much confidence, like a shot like that, is not the right thing. But then again, it did almost go in.
Russell. Edwards is going to try it again and hit it again. All net downtown for three, and he bangs it in. And that draws a timeout from Bella Vista. Sam, what do they need?
Who, Bella Vista? Preferably give it to Lambden down on the block. Give them a nice one-on-one matchup down on the block. I mean, Roseville doesn't have the height to contend right there. I mean,
you know, personally, I was going to hope you would say they need a timeout.
Oh,
that's what I was trying to get at. But anyway, hey, we'll take analysis. Yeah, so far, Roseville's jumped out to the lead again, 15-10. And we'll break huddle, coming back into the game.
But we have seen good things from each team. Roseville, probably the best, most efficient offense we've seen, at least here at home. And then Bella Vista, I think, not playing like a 3-12 team. They're definitely getting out, trying to get fast on the break with Valenzuela pushing the ball up, using his quickness that he has, and just giving Roseville fits.
Julian inside, he looks like Rick Fox, and he scores like him too. I played YBA with him, so I would know. Stolen by Lambden on the entry pass. Foul and one. Put it in the book, send him to the line right there. The foul on Edwards.
And again, immediately after the steal, they look to push it on the break, even if it's a 6'6" point guard taking the ball up.
Hedger, Del Rosario make their first appearances in this game. And we'll go one time from the line. Del Rosario will take the ball across the timeline with a tie score and 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Hedger, kick up to Edwards, drives the lane into two defenders and flips it up and in. Feeling it tonight so far.
And with the offhand two over two defenders, like you said, it's a pretty move.
12 points on the night for Edwards. Inside bucket right there. Harms, 3 2-pointers, 2 3-pointers for Edwards. That is the mind tracker by yours truly. Oh, 3-pointer can make it 15. And one, you can count it.
And Edwards putting Roseville's offense on his back early in this game.
Well, hey, I'm a firm believer in you ride the hot hand. Some coaches I've heard from, I've had many coaches in my playing career, and some I've heard from and others I've heard from. Some don't want to ride the hot hand. They say, no, keep spreading it around, get the best shot. I say, you know what? I don't care if the guy's guarded by 2 people. Let him put it up until he misses a few, and then you can start spreading it around. But this guy's on fire.
And from both of our days of playing, you want to get it to the guy that's made shot after shot after shot. You look for it as a teammate. As Bella Vista again calls a timeout with that press that Roseville put on, or a trap.
Avoids the 5-second violation, but Edwards completes the 4-point play and 16 in the first quarter. These are 8-minute quarters. So if the quarter ends, oh boy, can I do some math? Is that 2 points a minute? No. Yes it is. 2 times 8 is 16, boom. I'm fresh out of stats and it's already kind of leaving me. That's not good. Too much English.
And again, when we're looking at this game, as Bella Vista is inbounding off the timeout, Roseville has had a very efficient offense, as we've said, but their defense, and this isn't the same defense that was in their last game against Whitney, holding Whitney to less than 50 points. And they just need to step up on that end, and this game should be a W.
It looks like McFarland might have done something to stop quick. Bucket by Lambden, and McFarland, he's down on the ground.
There's a gray BMW in the parking lot with the license plate GOTGRUIT. You're blocking another vehicle, again parked in the staff parking lot, gray BMW. License
and they're going to have to attend to McFarland. Can we look back at your replay on that? We're going to go back and show a replay to show you what happened here, because McFarland's been down for a long time. It looks like he went to go make the pass, as he is getting up now with assistance.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Did he come down on
it looks like he came
there
to make the pass, and it looks like he just made the pass too hard. We'll show you the replay. We got it for you right here. So let's just go ahead and see what happened.
Maybe it was on that break.
It might have been on Hedger's foot, but it looks like he was stepping over to make the pass there.
It almost looked like he started wincing after he made that quick stop in speed, that hesitation. Yeah, he lifted his.
Yeah, true.
It's just
kind of was it a non-contact? Let's see what happens. Sometimes hard stops like that can, something.
Yeah, maybe it's a cramp, something like that. It didn't look.
We obviously hope. Coach Irwin's over there bringing him some ice there, bottom of your screen. Yeah, we hope for the best for him. Edwards drives in. Foul called on Bella Vista. And we're not in the penalty yet, so with 34 seconds to go, Roseville holds a 2-point lead and will take the ball out on their own baseline. I guess you could say the opponent's baseline. Harms. Swings it over to Grush. Now, Sermons gives it to Valenzuela, and he gets the ball blocked, but saved right in bounds in a foul. Unnecessary extra shot attempt there. I mean, really, they shouldn't have even gotten that in the first place. That's the danger of saving the ball under your own basket. Even when you have a lot of your players there, you think they're going to retrieve it. So if he makes this next free throw, you see a tied first quarter. Probably not what we expected here tonight, considering the records, but you still have to go out there and play. Yeah, so we had a sub run onto the court there during his own teammate's free throw. That free throw should have been taken off, I believe, but the refs let it slide. Edwards can't break the tie, and we're going to go into the second quarter tied at 21 on EOTSN.
At the end of the first quarter, we're all tied up. Roseville Tigers.
Replay when the guy.
Now would be a good time to go out.
Yeah, we can show you that replay when the guy went on the court. Can we go back and see that?
Yeah, just show him what he's talking about.
Yeah, during the quarter break, we'll go ahead and look at that.
Because I don't know if you guys saw that, but maybe at like the bottom of your guys' screen, Bella Vista substitute went in right as his teammate looked to be shooting, which, I mean, I don't know about you, Josh, but isn't there rules against having 6 guys on the court at once? But
yeah, and that's true. You got to be able to make the substitution. Let's go ahead and show you this replay. You know, every point counts out here. So, I mean, that free throw that could have been negated.
And it doesn't look like we have it.
But anyway, the score is tied either way, and we move into the second period. So here's Granucci now. He's been quiet on the net so far, large in part due to Edwards. Ball knocked out of bounds. Granucci on the drive, and too strong on that one.
Went for his patented in the key floater.
Yep.
Granucci loves that move coming off of the kick up in Roseville's offense.
Out top of the wing, we see a lot of juniors in the game now for Bella Vista. I'm going to have to refer to the sheet a lot. Strencioni with a nice play. Gets it up to Granucci, tries to run the break. Gets it back to Del Rosario, who lays it in.
That was a nice play right there. Strencioni collecting the steal right there, passing it up to Granucci, and Granucci with his eyes up, looking for a trailing teammate as Bella Vista splashes for 3.
3-pointer by Gonzalez, and Granucci will now take it. Swing it into the corner for Hedger, who fumbled it, but gets it to Strencioni, who drives, kicks it back out to Esparza, now back up top to Granucci. They're going to set up the offense. Del Rosario. Good ball movement on this possession. They get an open Strencioni 3, and it's just short. But that was a good possession from Roseville. They didn't settle for any shot that couldn't have been the best. I really believe that was the best shot they could have gotten on that possession.
Yeah, they definitely didn't force anything right there. They made the defense react, and they then reacted to that.
Yeah, right there, there's that other Euro step play right there out of Gonzalez, the same play we just saw Del Rosario make. You know, it's one of the more simple moves where you just drive in and fake to the corner, and you might get the defender to bite, but it really looks good if you can pull it off.
And Gonzalez has made a good impact coming off the bench right here. He's definitely given Bella Vista a nice scoring option when Lambden's been out, and coming in as a bench player, that's usually what your job is, to make an impact, spark off the bench, and he's doing it.
Yeah, surprise so far coming into this game that Bella Vista is 3-12. I mean, really.
They're definitely not looking like it here.
Well, you know what, I think some teams just always play some teams hard. Granucci for 3, Long again. He's like that back iron tonight. But anyway, you see teams that play just naturally, they just play hard against other teams. It's always been Bella Vista and Roseville. I wouldn't call it a rivalry at all, but I'd say that these two teams, they always play hard against each other.
Yeah, I don't think it's a rivalry in the sense of wins and losses, but it's competitive for sure.
Del Rosario flips it up and in with the left hand, and when he can make his layups, he becomes that much better of a player, to be honest. Cirencione. Del Rosario's going to try a 3-ball now. And BV sets up the offense. Tough shot, blocked by Cirencione. He just drove right into the body of him. Nobody picks up Granucci. He drives in and draws contact.
And Cirencione did a really good job right there on not fouling the shooter. You usually see that, and when there's an almost delay in when the shooter goes up, kind of took a little bit, then went up, and Cirencione stayed straight up, good technique, and actually got a block out of it.
Granucci cannot connect on the first. He's trying to find the rhythm here tonight. Immediate timeout, and I just got word from. Okay, we have a great team here tonight. We got Dom, we got James Jones, Sam Toomey, of course, yours truly, Connor McKibben and Cale Gibson. And Connor just let me in on something which he was seeing on the court when I was looking. 2 Bella Vista players having a verbal disagreement between each other out there. So emotions high in this game right now because 26-26 and a really a game with a big shot for both teams to win. I don't think that any team has firmly solidified how they're going to pull this one off yet, but that's exciting going forward because, well, it creates a lot of suspense. We don't know who's going to pull this one out. There's no favorite going into this matchup.
Yeah, I'd say both teams playing at a high level on offense, and neither team's defense is doing a good job to deter the other team's offense at this point. I mean, things can change, obviously, and whichever team can defend the other will win this game. I think that's a pretty obvious statement, but you know what? I said it.
Well, a lot comes down to defense. .6'5" the foul count now. And we tied up now at 6, so 1-1 both ways on the next call with 5 minutes remaining in the half. In a close game like this, you look at free throws early in the game even. They could come back to bite you or help you in the end. So with a 1-1 situation coming up, both teams ought to be looking to knock those down. A miscommunication there, throw it to no man's land, and Roseville will retain possession. We've seen Jason Russell take a long sit here with Del Rosario and Hedger in this game right now.
And we haven't seen Richardson back since he came out. It's only seen, I think Granucci has played pretty much the whole game as they go to double up Edwards. And Granucci open in the corner.
And he gets off the snide, hits a 3-pointer right there. First of the night.
As Roseville's gone to a makeshift zone right here.
Roseville had a prime fast break opportunity, but they fouled Granucci in the backcourt off of the steal, and he will go to the line. So Granucci steps up to the line tonight, hitting a 3-pointer, and having a couple other trips to the line. But the big story of the night, Tommy Edwards was 16 so far. Went for the dap there, nobody home. See that?
No.
He did. He went for the dap, nobody was home. They better give it to him after that one. Oh, no, nobody's going over there. Well,
What are you talking about?
you know the dap? He went to high five, nobody was there. Yeah, it happened. And we got to catch things in these games here. Can't let this stuff go unseen.
You know, maybe that thing could have gone unseen.
Three-pointer in the corner. I believe that is Gonzalez yet again.
He's made 2 threes off the bench.
Hedger. Look at Edwards right there battling for the board, but he gets called.
Yeah, it looked like he went over the back right there. Good call for the referee.
Nate Richardson's going to check into the game, but we're going to have 1 and 1. 3:50 to go. What we want to tell you about upcoming matchups. So Roseville next week will have 1 home game, and then following that week, there's a string of 3 straight home games going for a whole week and then carrying over into the next. And so more basketball, more fun, Sam. The look on your face right now is pure joy that we get to bring those games live.
You know, Josh, I just love live streaming games.
Yes, you gotta love it.
And I do it for you people that are watching this game, as Granucci with the air ball.
As you say, I do it for you, the air ball. Oof, not very good timing there. Rosario checks out of the game with a nice, solid 4. He's gotten a couple of layups to go down.
Yeah, nice takes right there. Taking up strong to the tin.
Russell.
Floater.
Yeah, chooses not to use that muscle and go all the way, but go with the finesse floater. And, well, more 1 and 1. Jake Surman's going to go to the line. Junior, 6'2". Actually, I am mistaken. Sam Spinner is going to go to the line. Senior, 6'0".
And I hate to do it, Jason Russell here, but that's a bad foul in the backcourt. Limited, a little chance of stealing the ball, and the other team's already in the bonus. That's a foul that DeMarcus Cousins would make.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. And that one rolls in. Score knotted at 31. I don't want to mention 3-1 anyway. Here is Cirencione up top. Kicks it to Russell.
well, you already.
A lot of standing around from Roseville right now, but they're going to wait. Pass it to a wing. Apparently, there's supposed to be some screen set. The offense right now not looking free-flowing from Roseville. Lots of standing around. That's not what you want to see, but can they capitalize on this possession? Monty drives in, spins around. Oh, nice back cut. When you get movement right there, Granucci lays it up for 2.
Yeah, and I was just thinking that we haven't seen as much movement as when Edwards was making. When Edwards went on his run, it seemed like players were playing off him as
Pull up
Landon makes the shot.
Granucci into the trees, flips it in. And Lambden, the 6'6" point, goes behind the back, pull-up jumper foul.
And he's trying to do it all right here for Bella
he really
Vista.
is.
He's not looking to pass. His A button's broken. He's just going in for that X button. Nice and easy, and draws the foul.
Yep, looks like Kyrie in the clutch. Just put LeBron out the way and go to work. Esparza replaces Cirencione.
In this high school basketball environment, you get the players right next to the fans right there. The tire cage giving Lambden all that he can take right now. You see, you saw after Landon made his last jumper, pointed right at the tire cage.
Okay.
Tire cage, after he missed that free throw, giving it right back to him. You just get those nice give and take relationships in a high school basketball game that you can't really get in an NBA setting.
Well, you gotta love that type of emotion going on out here. Definitely high school. You see all of the highlight highlights and everything on YouTube, and you see the direct involvement from the crowd in Roseville all year long. I mean, as compared to, and this is not, you know, knock on any specific class or anything, but the team was really building up, I think 2 years ago in attendance. It was the first year of CVC, and attendance was really down that year. But I'd say through efforts of spreading awareness of the games and just the team being better and the team wanting, or the fans wanting to come out and support the team, we've seen a lot more students fill up this student section here and during football, during your guys' season. Really good 9-1 from you.
Well, I don't know if it's a increase in fans fans showing up, but I think there's more loyal and energetic fans, because maybe 2 years ago you would see fans coming, but they wouldn't be really invested in the game as Zach Mancha.
Oh, hard foul right there. They're going to go flagrant. Yeah, if we could replay that.
Oh, and he's going to get teed up. You can't argue with the ref in high school.
Fans are going to give it to him here. Here's our replay. You see right here, Mancha really battling with him. Probably wanted a foul call right there. You can see who's going to chase him down.
And maybe a frustration foul right there by Valenzuela.
Immediate flagrant. Easy call to make for the ref. When you see a player like that get irritated, no foul call on him down here. Mancha clean strips the ball from him, goes the other way, and when he's trailing behind, you could tell he was not even trying to go for the ball. I think his argument here, as Venezuela off your screen right now talking to the ref, shaking his head, his argument here is not necessarily that his pass foul was flagrant, because it definitely was, and I think he knew it was.
He's probably arguing for the play
he did it with intent. Yeah, for sure. That play right there, he thought he got ripped off with a potential hold.
And right here, the ref's deciding, is it who's going to take the technical foul or who's going to take the flagrant foul?
And Jason Russell, direct communication to the booth here, letting us know Venezuela 4 fouls.
And that's huge for Bella Vista, because he's had a immediate impact on this game.
Well, I don't know who they brought in. Yeah, they brought in Gonzalez to replace him. So yeah, pretty good replacement there.
Yeah, and Gonzalez has played very well. But there's a reason Valenzuela's starting and Gonzalez is coming off the bench. I mean, you get that senior leadership with Valenzuela, but he didn't really show it right there on that last play.
Got some alumni here tonight. If you can see the back corner of your screen, DiVincenzo, played a year on Varsity. Prince, chilling over there.
Surprised he's not in the small gym, but
yeah, and that's an inside joke, right? Surprise.
And that's a huge point swing right there. You get the maybe non-call on the other end, leads to a steal, and then you get 3 points and the ball. Well, and 2 points, 3 free throws.
Yep.
But and the ball right there. That's a huge swing. That might just open this game open for Roseville.
Well, it'd be nice if they could build up somewhat of a lead here, maybe even stretch to double digits and carry that momentum into the half. Richardson just, that's beast mode inside. Says, hey, you need to get into that weight room like myself. Power right over you right there. Nothing that Gush could do to stop him.
No comment.
Feet on the back cut right there.
Nice pass.
Yep, inside spinner.
And nice pass right there.
Esparza, a rare jump shot, and that doesn't go in. That is saved in now, and here comes Gush. Lambden. Lambden up top, double team. Mancha stepped right in front of that entry pass. Good awareness right there from the defensive-minded player. Granucci inside spins, fouled and one. Put him in the spin cycle and then drew contact, hoop in the harm, will go to the line. Chance for a 3-point play.
And we've seen in this game the 2 best players on offense for Roseville having good games, like we expect. Edwards taking over in the first quarter. We haven't seen him due to foul trouble in the second, but Granucci has more than picked up the slack in this second quarter.
At the line, Granucci completes the three-point play and gives Roseville a 43-36 lead. Half a minute remaining. Three-pointer, nope. Rebound by Granucci, the hold for one. And with the three, they could even stretch it to double digits, but they're going to look for the best available shot. Russell, man's up top. Lambden is not putting pressure on him, so the 5 count not activated.
It's kind of interesting this quarter. Once Russell went in, Lambden automatically switched up on him, which I don't know the thinking there for Bella Vista, but
and the foul, bad foul right there by Granucci, knowing that with a second left, they're going to give him a 2-shot bonus with 10 fouls now. So with all the momentum on Roseville's side, Gonzalez, he's been money tonight. I don't know if he's missed a shot. I think Joe stopped him on one, but other than that, this guy's been money, so you're just giving Bella Vista 2 free points. Thank you for backing me up. 43-38, 1 second left. Stolen up in time. That clock started a little bit late, but anyway, it didn't go in. 43-38, and
almost a wonder shot right there for Gonzalez.
Yep, and we will go into the half now, 43-38. When we come back in a couple of minutes, we will reflect on the first half, and this game is wide open for the second. What do these teams got to do to win, respectively? We'll be back on EOTSN. And hello and welcome back to the second half of Roseville High School varsity boys basketball, going up against the visiting Bella Vista Broncos, who are 3-12 overall, 1-3 in league. Roseville 3-1 in league. Roseville with a very successful road trip, you could call it. 3 games in a row, 2-1, win over Whitney, 71-57, and here tonight in a tightly contested match with the Broncos, 43-38. I'm Josh Carson alongside Sam Toomey, Connor McKibben, Cale Gibson, James Jones, and Dom Taylor. I mean, talk about a super lineup. Nothing better than that. And Sam, talking about that first half, you know, we saw it tightly contested out there. Bella Vista obviously 3-12, but these teams play hard against each other. What was the main thing that you saw from Bella Vista that you did not expect going in, or that you thought they wouldn't do as well?
Oh, they definitely played at a faster pace than I thought they were going to play. I mean, as you said before, we know most of these players, and they played at a very high intensity going into this game. As right there, you see Valenzuela
with 4 fouls, I believe.
Using a lot of effort. Roseville just corralling the ball, and he's trying to go and get in a nice steal for his team to get an easy bucket. Those are the things that I've seen from Bella Vista that I didn't really anticipate going into.
Richardson, we saw Edwards with a great first half, 16 in it. Granucci got on near the end there with some free throws. Lambden, 6'6", Edwards. If we have a matchup comparison tonight, that's the one right there, battling against each other all night.
Yeah, those guys
similar,
have been
similar in size and
in game, really.
Yeah. Granucci, corner 3, you can count it. Corner 3 pocket.
And Granucci has definitely been the, I want to say, X factor for Roseville here tonight. You see Lambden giving a good game. We anticipated that. We highlighted it in the pregame. And Edwards giving a good game, as we alluded to. But the fact that Granucci is giving Roseville a second option, not just having Edwards, is really been a huge key. And Bella Vista's definitely gotten that from guys like Gonzalez and Venezuela, but not at such a high clip as we've seen from Granucci.
Russell too strong off glass right there, and Bella Vista takes the other way with Lambden up top. Lambden dribbles right over to Ritter and hits the 3.
And he's liking that dribble into a 3 wing shot. We saw that, I think, twice in the first half.
We saw Bobby Ritter walking down that sideline. He said, let me dribble over to you, pop that 3, take that, 46-41.
Nice right there, active hands by Edwards. It seemed like he was a little lost in transit as Granucci.
He's got a reservation downtown tonight. 3 3-pointers.
How many points does that make him for tonight?
Well, 9 on the 3s, and I think he's hit a couple of free throws, so you could put him in the mid-teens. That rebound went right past Edwards, but Roseville still corrals it with Mancha coming down the left side. 49-41, 5:50 to go here. Edwards pop a 3. Can't drop it.
That's the first shot I think we've seen Edwards take.
Gonzalez.
And there's that man again.
Yep. Mama. There goes that man. Granucci, a fadeaway for 3. Out here, this is an exhibition.
Granucci's feeling it here tonight. You see him barking at the tire cage in positive, pumping himself up. He's feeling himself right now, Josh.
Well, when you're making that, man, I'm telling you.
And it's fun to see.
Granucci and Edwards going, which I heard they played huge against Whitney to win that game. Edwards.
And the refs trying to take control of this game, dishing out a few technical fouls, as Bella Vista didn't agree with that call. Thought that should have been a foul right there on Mancha's steal. But you know what? You got to let the play go, man.
Technical foul. Stanley Harms. Oh, no, they give it to Gonzalez. They actually give it to Gonzalez.
And Gonzalez got to be careful right here. He's kind of barking at the other official right now. Now, I don't know what the ref was doing, getting a little, and that's the ref that called the technical, but You know what? He's getting it right. He's getting it right.
Okay, yeah.
It's been a long day. It's Friday.
We got it on him, you know.
And of course, Granucci taking the shot. You got to get him going. He's going to have 10 points in this early third quarter. That's what Roseville likes to see. I mean, I didn't mean to just jinx him right there, but.
Well, you know, the announcers jinx is strong, but tonight, Granucci's been really good from the line, and it continues.
I mean, you're the one that did call out the 3-1 league record, so.
You know, I did mention to you, I think it's fair to say right now, even though it doesn't really relate to this. And it was like, I think the Trailblazers at Warriors, and Mike Breen said Curry is the best free throw shooter in NBA history, and he ends up missing 2.
Now,
it's like, yeah, that's no good.
Josh, I think, can you explain to the viewers at home, why is Granucci shooting a 4th free throw right here?
I think they called a tech on a player and the coach.
So a tech results in 2 free throws, and then since there were 2 technicals called, there was
you get 4, then you get the ball. Yeah, there you go.
2 plus 2 equals 4. I mean,
yep. And number 4 right now, Sam Spinner's in the game for Bella Vista. I just saw the number 4 walk right in front of me, so I figured we're keeping the
and I wore number 4 in volleyball.
4 pattern. Yep, that's right. And you wore 42 for basketball, obviously. And that's 40. Welker. Yeah, I got it.
And I was 26 in football. I mean, 6 minus 2 is 4. So.
Oh yeah, I got it. Okay.
And club volleyball is 62, which again 6 minus 2 is 4.
26 and 26.
Well, 26 and then 62.
Yeah. 26 and 26. Please tell me that's 42. What are we doing here? Anyway, 55-44.
No, that'd be 52.
No. You know what? The math is not strong right now. 55-44.
It's not like you're going to need math later in life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I personally think English is more important. I mean, let's think about what we said. We've said some numbers here tonight. But
you know what's more important right now, Josh? This basketball game that we have going on.
Man, we kind of went off the tracks right there. There are trains close to this school, and that's a fair analogy to make. All right.
Actually, there's train tracks next to both of my houses.
Wow. Now we're getting personal now. Richardson inside beast mode. Oh, yeah, you bet.
It's looking like everything Richardson puts up is going in. And he's using strong work inside.
BV finds a three-point opportunity. Nope. Russell inside, pulls it away, but stepped on the black.
This is a huge time for BV. Roseville's gone on a little bit of a run to open up this third quarter. If they want to stay into this game, they have to answer back with a huge run of their own.
Bella Vista doing a lot of talking to the refs here tonight. They're just trying to grasp at straws now in this game. They feel it kind of slipping away from them. Roseville does firmly have control right now, but a 13-point lead can be blown.
Oh, for sure. Even a 14-point
professional
lead.
Teams, I think you know who I'm talking about, can blow a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter, then any team could blow a lead. Granucci tries a three.
That was a heat check right there for
Yeah,
Granucci. He's made three threes in a row. Takes it off of kind of a wild pass right there by Russell and just decides, you know what? I'm going to try to give Russell the assist
why not
right
let
here.
It fly? You know, why not let it fly?
From way downtown.
That's contested by Lambden. Mancha comes out of the thicket there with the ball. Cross-court pass, dangerous. Granucci, pull it up, long. He's rushing his threes now. Here comes Valenzuela. Oh. And he got Mancha back for that, and he's going to just, You know, if I was Moncha, I wouldn't accept the pat on the back after that one.
Well,
that wasn't genuine.
There's no way that was there's no way that did not look intentional. I mean, we could go to the replay, but that did not look intentional on that slap right there.
You don't think it looked intentional?
It looked like he was trying to bring the ball back. Right.
We could replay it at any time, but I thought that was intentional. After the play, clearly the off arm right there, prevalent. And we'll have that for you in a couple of. Actually, we can play it for you right now. Yeah, play it. Oh, yeah, dude. He went at him after the play right there.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to bring the ball out, and then the ball just didn't go with him because Moncha had a hand on the ball.
That might be some revenge right there for the missed call that he thought the refs missed. And then he ended up flagrant fouling Moncha.
Maybe it's just I'm an optimist. I like to see the best in people, but
yeah, you know, I'm not saying I don't like to, but I call a spade, eh?
Hey. And on an inbound, the other team is allowed to go into the back door.
Yep. Valenzuela, wide open wing three. Nope.
And Bella Vista has kind of gone cold into this third quarter.
Hedger drove in right there. And even through contact, he traveled. 57-44, Granucci will come out of this game. Lineup of Del Rosario,
Hedger, Sorrencioni, Richardson, Edwards.
Thank you for finishing for me. The reason why I emphasize on the S is because I really forgot the names for a second there. I'm just going to be honest. Here comes Edwards. Man, I've been covering this team for 4 years. Wow, that's name recognition. Sorrencioni, he drives in, flips it in.
With the left hand. What you like to say is the X factor for Roseville?
Oh, always. Here comes Lambden. Richardson is going to play airtight defense, and inside that shot was heavily contested. Roseville starting to pull away in this game right now. Del Rosario drives in, feels left, kicks out. Sorrencioni, he drives left-handed to the right, flips it in again. 2 rack attacks from Joe Sorrencioni and a timeout by Bella Vista.
I know it's going to sound cheesy, folks, but bear with me. As Bella Vista's offense has gone cold, Roseville's offense has stayed steady, and that has led to this big lead.
Well, I bear through that, and I got to say it's true. 61-44 to 28 at half. This was a 5-point game. They've stretched it out to 17.
Play 6. Case of ball 5-2-0-0-6. You're walking some cars if you need to leave.
I think, Sam, you talked about it earlier. I'll reiterate it on it now. Defense. That's what has brought Roseville not only, or kept Bella Vista far away from the lead, but extended the lead for Roseville. I reiterated on it right there. Defense. You said that's what it's going to need to get back in this game. Every shot has been contested.
And I don't think the defense in the first half was bad at any stretch. They were contesting shots, but Bella Vista was making difficult shots in that first half, and they just haven't been able to do that in this late third quarter.
Well, for teams that are relying on really hard shots, they're frustrating Valenzuela up top. Foul on Hedger, but they're in his head. For teams that rely on really hard shots out of primarily one player, and you saw that was Lambden, and when that player goes cold, it's hard. I mean, you got to be able to get some easy shots, some open looks in this Bella Vista team. We're just starting to see why they're 3-12. Just not, I guess, adept at getting those type of looks tonight. I mean, at least they haven't shown it.
And on the opposite side, that's why
pullback 3. Was feeling it right there. Edwards, tough shot though. I mean, that shot from Edwards are the type of shots that Bella Vista is trying to put up consistently. We saw how hard that was.
And I don't know if that was a design play for Edwards calling that ISO right there, but you know, and again, he's showing the confidence, and he was hitting it early in this game. But you just see the polar opposites right here. Bella Vista has one option in Lambden, which is he's shown to be a premier player in this league.
Maybe Gonzalez on the side.
Gonzalez coming off the bench, but he wasn't a expected scorer. But Roseville, their big boys have come to play tonight. Edwards started off strong, and Granucci taking over for 2 quarters with some sprinkling in of Richardson giving a nice contribution. It just seems like Roseville has a lot more options this season. I mean, things can change. Bella Vista can, one of their players, maybe a junior, can find his game. I mean, anything can happen. But in this game, we've seen Roseville just has more options than Bella Vista, and they've been able to capitalize.
BV will shoot free throws at the line right now. Jake Sermons, junior 6'2". Edwards exits this game with a well-played game tonight. You see when he posts in the high double digits in scoring just how much it helps this Roseville team. Hedger cannot control the rebound. Ball right back to Bella Vista. 1:30 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And the last thing Roseville needs to do is become lackadaisical. This game is still not over. There's still plenty of time for Bella Vista to make a charge into a comeback as Lambden inbounds the ball for his team, shouting out plays, trying to become a team leader right here.
Cirencione. Nobody stops him. All the way, blocked, but a foul. Joe, even though being a right-handed player, he likes that crossover left and take it down the left side. He's able to finish with the left hand occasionally and even put it up with the right. Cirencione goes to the line. The best he could do is split the pair. Hey, we got a ton of games coming up for you. Roseville 3-game homestand is coming up soon, and they got another home game next week, so make sure to keep it locked here. EyeOfTheTigerNews.com and Eye of the Tiger live streams on YouTube.
And tune into the weekly shows on Tuesday and Friday for Roseville news, sports, entertainment, everything Roseville High School.
Adding in a new section to replace Tiger Talk, too. You're going to see a lot more, I guess, going to certain locations.
Around the Roseville community.
More of a Roseville live type feel, and you got to love that. So always expanding, always looking to get better here. Roseville High School Media Productions. Headed by Ritter himself. Lambden and 1. So making sure this margin doesn't get out of hand and into the 20s. Brings it back down to 15.
In the Tiger Cage, they definitely found their favorite player for Bella Vista. They've been on Lambden's case all night.
Oh, that's a grown man's move in there by Richardson. He just bodied Sermons and went up and got the deuce.
Was that 10 points right there for Richardson?
Yep, he's getting hard work buckets inside. You gotta love the work that this guy puts in every night. Doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, he's got endless energy right there on the offensive glass, on the defensive glass.
Cirencione just being a bulldozer. I mean, he's just driving his way inside. We've seen the juniors step up really through the latter half of this 3rd quarter here with Cirencione and Richardson seeming to be featured on nearly every play.
Just got to make his free throws.
It is true.
You know, I like to see in this this late game the score looking a little lost for Bella Vista, but a nice growing moment right here for Jackson Esparza, sophomore coming in, first year on varsity, gets to guard Lambden, top offensive scorer for Bella Vista. You know, go get him, kid.
Yep. It's good insight right there, Sam.
Yeah, I try.
Holding for the last shot. 10 ticks left. Del Rosario up top. Esparza inside. They're going to go to Richardson. He's going to get double teamed, but spin right through him. Right through the teeth of the defense. And Nate Richardson finishes off the quarter strong for the Roseville Tigers. 67-48. This varsity team is clicking on all cylinders here. You just got to love this effort. Unlike anything we've ever seen out of this team, it looks like they're coming into their own right now.
It's nice to see.
It is. And it is a pleasant surprise, too.
But we got to be unbiased right here.
Well, I think you got to give a team credit when it's time to give a team credit. And if they win this game, they're 4-1. Who have they beaten? Del Campo. Okay, they've never beaten Del Campo before. They lost
They beat him last year.
They did not beat Del Campo in basketball.
Last year they did.
Then one time out of all their matchups. So they definitely had a big time losing record. They were 1-3 against them or whatever. I know they never beat Whitney. Okay? And then their other win was against Antelope, who they had never beaten before. This team is doing stuff we haven't seen yet, and it's really time for them to do this.
You know what the biggest thing for Roseville is, and we haven't seen it ever in this CVC league.
Number 276-1284. Family. We have a winner.
As the
Raffle ticket for the King Celtics game.
Moeller Gym here. But as I was saying, Roseville's doing a great job this year, and we haven't seen it in this CVC. They're not beating themselves in this league.
Yeah.
Preseason was a little iffy. I mean, they left a little games out there, but in league, they are not killing themselves. I mean, Consumer Soaks, they may have let that game slip away. They were winning with a minute left. But other than that,
would have been a milestone, too, for them to get over there.
Beating teams that they should beat. And we haven't been able to say that, or they haven't even been in a position to do that in a while.
I'd say position to do that. Taking advantage of this league, in which Roseville, as of right now, will stay in. No transfer, as we're in I guess you could call it a blowout game eventually, but we'll get to that. TCC, as of right now, Roseville will not move to that. Based on football, as Sam has mentioned in earlier live streams, and I don't know why we'd want to move, especially after a 9-1 season this year in football and successful basketball so far in the CVC. Now, overall, Roseville obviously played some tougher preseason opponents. I mean, for crying out loud, they played Wood Creek, who went up against Chino Hills, the best team in the whole entire nation, and barely lost to them. So, Sorrentione. Juniors having their way out here. 69-48, 21-point advantage in Bella Vista. Right now, looks sunk. But I don't want to speak too soon. 7 minutes. It's going to take a lot out of them, though. He traveled. He took that foot, scraped it against the wood.
And you see the Bella Vista players looking around, hey, who's going to step up?
Yeah.
Who's going to get us a nice bucket?
They're looking for a leader.
They're in a rut right here, and Roseville thinking, can't let Landon score, can't let Landon score. Yep. That's what they're going to go to.
Stop him, and I don't think Gonzalez can do it all on his own. A junior still, he doesn't know it yet.
He played very well in the first half, I give it to him, but in this second half, he has been non-existent.
Granucci just pulls back for three. And they're going to risk Valenzuela out there with the 4 fouls, but at this point, there's really no risk. I mean, you're down by 21 with 6:30 to go. Here comes a 6'6" point guard, center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard.
Going up against sophomore Jackson Esparza.
That is true. Del Rosario with the steal. Bella Vista not even running back. Del Rosario flips it up and in. We've seen him make his layups tonight.
The announcer giving you a shove.
Look,
run for your money right there.
If you can't get pumped up off of that, I don't know what pumps you up.
And Gonzalez has been off in this quarter.
Granucci, Esparza for his nightly 2. He'll get a chance.
Number 3, Marco Valenzuela. Jackson Esparza.
As Grush comes to the table to check in.
Yeah, not Gush, okay.
And Esparza halfway there to his career high.
Career high? I don't know about career high, but his nightly 2. You know, he really impacts the game in many more ways. You know, Sam, what I'm trying to figure out right now, and I really can't, I can't really describe Roseville's play, like their style. I don't know if they have a defined style, you know? They just kind of go out there and find a way to get it done. I think they go to their 2 main players early, and if they're hitting, then that kind of guides them throughout the whole game. Thomas Edwards and Sean Granucci. They go to those players, and if they're hitting, it guides them. Tonight, we've seen it, and then they step up with a collective team defensive effort.
And that's the 5th foul right there, picked up by Venezuela as Granucci takes the charge.
Well, this varsity team, or I guess varsity basketball at Roseville High School, has not made it to the playoffs since 2013, in which that was a team with Daniel Rios, Matt Talks. Oh, they had that, man, if I could remember his name.
Will White was on that team.
Yes. Roman Takayev, their big guy. Yeah, they had a really good team. Lost a home playoff game, first home playoff game in the playoffs to El Camino. But you know this group has been preparing, and Coach Granucci been very patient with his teams. I think if you look at the history, as it's a 75-48 game, I think it's fair to talk about this. The history of varsity basketball in the couple of years that we've been here, at least, I think there's been one legitimate season other than this one that a team should have or could have made the playoffs.
That might have been the 6th foul picked up right there by Venezuela on a really non-play foul.
Granucci will go to the line.
That was his 5th foul right there.
But hey, if we look at the history, there should have been one other team that really should have had a legitimate shot at making the playoffs but didn't come through. This team has a legitimate shot at making it and currently are coming through. It was that year when we were freshmen, 2014, and it was Talks, it was White, it was Bortmus, Grasshoff. They were all in their senior year. That team had high expectations, but in a very tough, I think with them, they just got outmatched in a very tough SFL conference. And we're not making any excuses for this team, but you could say what you want. You could say that they're taking advantage of a weakened league or whatever it is. The fact is, these are still players that are all competing and believe they have a chance on both sides of the ball. So it's not like you can just make the argument that, oh, it's a weekend league and you know, them making it to the playoffs this year wouldn't have been as significant as last year or whatever. Well, they've all come together, and you also got to say Roseville's had these injuries, so we can rule that out. Their play is doing the talking for them, and they still are facing legitimate talent every single night. And impressive, 75-48, up on a team which they would have never in any of the past years gone up this big on.
Well, let's not get too far away and talk about playoffs. This is one game. They're not even halfway through league. I mean, I get the I know that you're trying to make a point of, hey, this is a different team, and I get it, but I don't want to jump that far as a Rosevillian.
I don't think necessarily I'm jumping that far saying that they're going to make it. But right now, they're projected to, and they're playing like they are. So if they can keep this play up, I'm looking at the, potential curve of this. Yeah, we've seen changes from this team. And if they could keep this up, they could definitely secure themselves a playoff spot. I don't think it's any question. Joe, spin cycle and score inside. Timeout, 77-50. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. It's not time to start talking postseason.
Playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs. Talking about playoffs. But anyway, no, it just seems like a different team. You know, I've covered them for 4 years. You've covered them for 2. I mean, it's just different. You know,
they've had a lot of success in this earlier. You got to give it to them. And you know, let's talk about Bella Vista for a little bit. They've gone on some hard luck, and we saw a good team in the first half that was competing. We saw a team in the second half that was trying to compete, but their offense just went ice cold.
You know, you could have a team with a bunch of solid players that play hard, but in the end, very often, I'd say more often than not, probably above 95% stars win. Okay, you see it all the way pros down to high school. Stars win. And Bella Vista misses a second star. And they miss Elijah Gallegos. Their short, I think, 5-foot point guard, whatever you want to give them, who could just hit it from deep and lock up on defense. They missed that
and run the whole offense for them.
Because they're running it all through Landon now. And Doe Gonzalez has been there to help them tonight. I think it's a shame for them that in this game we didn't get to see more of Julian McFarland. He went down early. I don't think we can discount that, but I mean, McFarland's not even up to the level of play that Gallegos is.
Well, we saw him do some good things, but yeah.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, it's just what it is. And that's from experience, too, having played against Gallegos since I was in, like, 7th grade. So, yeah.
And we've seen Valenzuela in some foul trouble, but he's done some good things tonight, and some pretty bad things, but...
You know, not being harsh, but you got to call it what it is. He's not that type of star player that is going to draw a ton of attention going into the game like a Lambden or a Gallegos is. And it's all been on Lambden, and Roseville's had 1 goal, and they saw it in the beginning. I don't know if they probably game planned for him, but Lambden, he went off a little bit in the beginning, but then they said, you know, we take this guy away, we got it. 77-52 is no coincidence. Maybe we can see some Roseville players like Jack Rossetti, like Visker. Rossetti. Who's Rossetti?
He's in our media.
Okay, good.
He's an Eye of the Tiger reporter.
He's subscribed to the channel. Okay, I saw it earlier today.
And
so
we see Blake Beeman coming
Jack
in.
Visker, yeah. And then, yeah, we can see maybe Hunter
Hammond.
Yes. And Beeman. Oh, Beeman's coming in right now?
Yeah, he's at the table.
Oh, we got a Beeman sighting. Cooper's in the game right now. That's a bad man out there, badly. Yo, shout out to Cooper's dad, helping us with the game last year. He did the camera for one of our games. That really, you know, we'll never forget that. Thank you to everyone who supports us, watching the live streams and well, literally helping us. We have a great crew here now. Edwards free throw. Oh, splash.
And I think that's... I don't want to say that's the first points since his first quarter. He might have had a layup in between there, but it's definitely been a while since he scored.
He'll exit with, I believe, 18. In comes Beeman, and this is a good sight to see these players who don't normally get a lot of time come in and get some time. And here we go, Visker, Hammond going to the scorer's table for the first time in league play, first time in league play. Beeman, and one! Blake Beeman, please, Connor, give us a replay. Give us a replay.
Gets the whole team up off the bench.
Beeman comes into the game, and though he reports on Games a Lot journalism, he ain't reporting. He's a player.
And please forgive me for this call, but he's coming in like a wrecking ball right there into the middle of the lane. Puts it up with some sugar, with some salt, trickles in the twine, and he's going to get one more.
Please don't ever do that again.
Only in a blowout. Only in the 31
all
point lead.
juniors. Okay, let me make this call because I'll probably never make it again
It's not all
this year.
juniors because sophomore Jason is present.
Oh well. Well, yeah, you can say what? Sorry.
What would you do?
Let me make this call because I'll probably never make it again this year. Jack Visker, Blake Beeman, Hunter Hammond, Cooper Badley, Jackson Esparza are in the game for your Roseville Tigers.
And that's going to be a foul on the court.
You know, Esparza plays older than he actually is, so.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He was a real leader for the JV team. Who is that?
Esparza makes it 84-52. Only a 32-point lead. Nothing big. Keep it small. Inside.
And you know, Hammond guarding on the 3-point line. Oh, Hunter. I love you, Hunter. I've had many classes with you, but
Hunter.
maybe want to sag off and that. Maybe don't want to be an arm's length off. Might want to sag off.
Yep, exception to the rules.
I mean, Grush hasn't shown that he's a exceptional 3-point shooter, but you know what? Maybe Hammond's trying to make a statement for more playing time.
Hammond, big man inside, miss.
And
They just wanted to will it in right there.
You see the whole Roseville bench standing up in anticipation for that one.
Up and under. Beeman looks at him like, get off me. Come down the court now. Past the timeline. Between the legs. Drive right. Flip it up. No foul. Out of bounds. BV ball because it went off him. Pound the floor. All right, let's take a look at that replay. Just because why not? I mean, it was a pretty strong move on this one. Ref's just not going to call a foul on that late in the game.
Nah, the refs probably should swallow their whistle a little more than usual. Let's get this game going. I think it's a running clock at this point.
Badly. Ooh. .148 to go. 30-point lead. Roseville with this win is going to improve to 4-1 in league. Bella Vista dropped to 1-4. Here comes Beeman. Lost it. Oh, spacing there. Hammond inside. Beeman. Drives, lost the ball. Badly up top. Guarding. BV knocked out of bounds by the flying Blake Beeman at speeds unknown to man.
All right. Hammond with the rebound.
They're going to get it into him. Shaq, go to work. That's Chris Kamen. Three-pointer. Oh, banks it in. Chavez from downtown.
Cutting into that lid a little bit. Josh is now a 25-point game with 20 seconds left.
And that's how it will finish. 85-60. Roseville Tigers come out here tonight and beat down on the 3-13 now Bella Vista Broncos. And that's the final, 85-60. Roseville improving to 4-1 in league. Bella Vista dropping to 1-4. And we thank you, all of you, for tuning in to this live presentation of Roseville High School Varsity Boys Basketball. And that's the final from Moeller Gym tonight. Cap it off, 85-60. The Roseville Tigers get a win. And we'll see you back here on the next live stream next week on Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN, for all of you who tuned in via eyeofthetigernews.com. Sometime next week. We will update you on the website, eyeofthetigernews.com, and Eye of the Tiger live streams on YouTube. We thank you, everyone, for joining in. And for the final call, Sam Toomey along with Josh Carson, we are signing out here from Moeller Gym. Have a great weekend.